Hi, my name is Blessing Olukatum, and my topic today will be about capoeira versus breakdancing. Capoeira and breakdancing are very similar in their styles and their history. I wanted to dig deeper to learn more about how similar they are and why. Capoeira, which blends music, dance, singing, and acrobats together, was formed about 400 years ago in Africa. It made its way to Brazil through the Atlantic slave trade. The Angolan people who first formed capoeira used it as a form of self defense and recreation. When they arrived in Brazil, they had to disguise the acts and forms of capoeira from their slave owners to make it seem like it was something harmless. Ginga, which is one of the most basic forms in capoeira, is a swinging motion which looks more like dancing than fighting. It blends with the rhythm and the music of capoeira to make it seem more like dancing and singing instead of fighting and martial arts.
Hello, my name is Instructor Shin. This is Instructor Mauricio from Capoeira Sul da Bahia. We're going to be talking about capoeira when we have expertvillage.com. So we're going to show you the ginga, which is the basic movement. Every single movement in capoeira comes from there. So this is the most important movement in capoeira and the hardest. So basically we have your base here. You're going to step back, put your arm on the front and forward. So back and forward. Notice that my back is slightly straight. So I'm not bending over like that, and I'm not bending over like this. Okay? So if I face you here, we're going to be doing here. When I step back, you don't want to cross here, you want to just step back. Okay? And my arm is always in front of my face, so it protects my face from the kicks. We also from the ginga, we can do little moves just based on the ginga. Just balance more our body.
Since slaves couldn't show any opposition or aggression towards their slave owners, a lot of the moves in capoeira are a reflection of that. Many of them are indirect hits to their opponents and are never shown as aggression to them as well. This form of trickery or malandro gave them an edge when it came to fighting. After 1888, when Brazil abolished slavery, capoeira was used as a form of violence. Former slaves who couldn't find work formed gangs of capoeira members and took to the streets and started robbing people. By using techniques and styles to rob people, they caused trouble and havoc in the streets of Brazil. Until 1892, when the Brazilian government had no choice but to outlaw capoeira. After being prohibited in 1892, capoeira remained underground until around 1920 when it was legalized in certain parts of Brazil. Today, capoeira is practiced by millions, not only in Brazil, but around the world. It's practiced in elementary schools, universities, clubs, and even military academies. Just like capoeira, breakdancing has been out for some time now. Breakdancing started out in the late 1960s and started growing fame with young adults in the 70s and 80s. Breakdancing incorporates a lot of music, movements, footwork, handworks, and acrobatic moves into its routine. Just like capoeira, it uses the same rhythms, kicks, flips, and acrobats. Breakdancing uses a lot of dance moves such as top rock, down rock, freezes, and power moves. Many believe that the Lindy Hop and the Charleston, which were earlier dance moves, were inspirations to early breakdancing. But the one that many people believe popularized breakdancing is the godfather himself, James Brown. Thanks to his flamboyant and energetic stage moves and performances, many believe that James Brown was the reason why breakdancing was brought into the mainstream light.
They're playing it, but it's not coming out.
you put on, get together, bump back, and then party. Wow, on the good foot. Party with the good foot. Let's on the good foot. Get it with the good foot. The good foot. Ain't nothing going on. Really. A whole lot of music. One sister. A nice on the band, but you know my business comes. I got it for the job and I paid my dues on the good foot. Dance on the good foot. Get it with my good foot. Do it on my good foot. Get it with my good foot. Hey! Shoot! Yeah, yeah. Shoot! Woo! Shoot! Good God! Shoot! 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 Shoot!
One of James Brown's songs called Get on the Good Foot featured a dance that he came up with called the Good Foot. It was later renamed the B-Boy thanks to its popularity amongst a lot of youths who were breakdancing at the time. This dance called the Good Foot can be seen in a lot of breakdancing routines today. Another musician that can be accredited with the popularization of breakdancing during the 70s and 80s is DJ Africa Bambaataa and the Rocksteady Crew. The Rocksteady Crew was one of the earliest known breakdancing groups during the 70s and 80s. Together, they established the standard form of breakdancing, with an energetic performance and a DJ mixing the music in the back. Capoeira and breakdancing are two art forms that are in a sense a form of rebellion from social norms. Both use elaborate moves to complement their art styles. Do I think capoeira and breakdancing are similar? Somewhat. Even though capoeira moves are adopted in breakdancing, it's not necessarily the main component. Breakdancing incorporates a lot of different moves and routines. But the routines that we see in breakdancing are usually some of the basic moves in capoeira.